by step. Exercise 18, use spectral condition types. The system provides spectral condition types that enable you to perform a wide range of calculations, analyze the spectral needs of your business, and determine whether any of these condition types are useful to you. All right, interesting. First, in order, you want to specify a negotiated total net value of the order. Check the effect that the total net value has on the order items. For example, create the sales order and with two materials, the customer A, customer reference, and we have agreed with the customer that the total net value of this order will be then 400 euros. Use the header condition HM00 to enter the data into the order. All right, interesting. Activate now the pricing condition HM00 at HM at the header level. Okay. Review the condition type HM00 for each item. How is the header amount divided among the items? Set the document number. And in exceptional case, you agree with the customer on one-time net price of 200 euro per pieces. All right. And for this, they are going a different condition type PN00. Analyze the effects of pricing condition and note our observations. All right. So two different condition type, which is actual. The first one is HM00 for the net price, total net value of the whole order. Secondly is the one-time net price of a material. Then the third part, we are going to make sure that this material will not be sold for less than a net price of 300 euros for the next 3 months. All right. Create and save a median price condition record for this material by using the condition type PMIN. And for the condition record, use sales octane 1010. All right. So this is could be the condition record PMIN. And we are going to test that change, analyze the effect, delete the PMIN, and uh, examine the effect of interval scales, which is a condition record PR02. Huh. It seems the same like the access sequence PR02, which we have for the condition type PR00, but this time it is a condition type. All right. So for given scaled of the customer material, they will have this. All right. And they go to create a sales order and check this. All right, seems pretty long exercise, but it spread out from different kind of spectral condition type inside SAP pricing, and we will go through them one by one. First of all, let me create a new sales order for this one. A01 OR. The sold to party is a customer A. This should be our customer reference 2661. The material I could have is 1261, 2262. Okay, 126 is 1 and 226 is 2. So the total net value of the sales order is 860 euros. Checking the condition, I have the price of the total material, the VIP discount we have the last time, the value of parcel 26, and since this the gross weight is less than 30 kilograms, the ZW of freight cost is now being selected instead of the freight cost 26. That could be it for the sales order. What we are now going to try to do now is we have an agreement with this particular customer that instead of having this net value, we are going to change it manually or at least add another condition. We then apply the net value of 400 euros for the total one, which is SM00. And I'm going to edit it into the header. Let me go to conditions in the header again. This is again in the header level, right? Not in the item position. In the item position, you normally select one item position and go to item conditions. And you see here the price is 250 for the first material, 620 for the second material. But what I'm talking about now is adding a condition on the header level type. And to do that, you need to go to display header details, go to condition, and here the price of both material combined. What I'm doing now is I'm going to add this HM00 conditioned with the amount of 40 euros. Hopefully, our net value of the wholesale order changed from 860 to 400. Okay, so nothing changed. Nothing changed. Even the amount is 400. The condition value is now it's 0 euros. So what is the issue here? Activate. Okay, so I need to new document price. Hmm. Yeah, let's ChatGPT also answer me this because as you see earlier, when entering the the HM00, the order value of 400, nothing changed. Only when I select the line and click on activate new document pricing, then I have now the net value of the order is 400 euros. The tax is 10%. So all the price, the VIP discount, the parcel and everything, it is all gone or inactive for now. And the HM00 now is being taken into consideration. Yeah, that could be it. So now we are going to review the HM0 for each item. How is the header amount divided among the items? Let's go back once and go to the first item position. I had the first sales order, first item position. I have 114.90 euros. Item one and item two. It should be then I think 280 something. Yeah, could be my uh, net value. And how it is calculated is also an interesting one. Um, it is calculated based on the percentage of the price of material. You see, if I now have 250 and 620, oh, plus 620, but at 70. So if I divide it by at 70, I multiply it by 400. It should be, yeah, 114 for 94 euros. So yeah, this should be then the order value. So um, the amount distributed based on the how could I say it, based on the net value, or based on the price of the material. So material 1 divided by the total amount, then multiplied by the HM00 header condition. All right, let's set the sales order. That could be the 460. In exceptional case, you agree with the customer on a one-time net price of the material. All right, then first create this sales order. The customer A, ship 2, material is 126, 10 pieces. All right, going to EAZ1 again. 62, material is 1 and 10 pieces. All right, so checking the condition, I have the price of 240 discount. So we would then have the net value of 232 euros. Now I'm going to enter the net price of the item by the condition PN00 minus 200. All right, PN00, 200. So when applying this, I don't need to activate the condition, but when by simply entering this, I have now the net value, which is 2012. It means that, okay, the net value of the material is now 200, 10 pieces is 2000, and plus um, the, the, the freight cost, yeah. I think the shipping, we have this net value, and yeah, this is now 12 euros. Okay. So it means that all the price and the customer discount has been now been deactivated. Checking the customer pricing the pricing procedure, I want to see one thing. What is the step of this PN00? It is before the freight cost. Could be, yeah. So as you can see here, I have the PR00, which is the net price of the material. I have the K007, which is the customer discount or the VIP discount I have right now. So first, I will have then the net value of the material after first discount. But before that, I have now this PN00. The requirement is 2, and the alternative condition amount exists. What it is? Initial price. All right. And since I have this is also a manual only. And if I have this, this will then deactivate the other previous conditions or above, for example, price and net value. Not sure how it can do that. Let's also check the condition type. So the condition class is prices, quantity. We don't have any inclusion or condition update here. The only thing that I can think of my mind when this deactivate all the previous price is from the inclusion list or condition inclusion group. Let's just also double check that. Go to sales distribution basic settings and go to condition inclusion. Let me also see if I have condition inclusion for the PN00. Don't I have anything for it? PN00? No, so I don't have any condition group assigned to the PN00. Interesting. Then how exactly is the PN00 is affecting the whole condition types? But yeah, first let me note it, something down. The material price is deactivated, um, plus the customer discount. So it means all the previous conditions are disabled in the pricing procedure. Not sure exactly what is the configuration behind this, which is having this, but that would be it. Let me save the first this sales order before we move on, because even though I enable the net price for now, it doesn't affect the freight cost since it's only the price of the material. So regardless of the price, regardless of the discount, it's having this net value for the material. So this is my 461 sales order. The key difference is activated change of the status of the existing condition line while update price redetermine. All right. All right. So, yeah, maybe let me just try one more thing. I want to try. I have no possibility to activate the price now, right? Is it? Yeah. No possibility to update or activate the condition now. Only for the HM00. The thing that I want to know now is how the PN00 is affecting all the previous, or somehow is deactivate all of the previous condition type. I don't know how exactly it's doing it. This PN net price, yeah. As I see here in the pricing procedure, is in step 3 in the 10th. It's a manual entry only. It's a print type A. Not sure what it is. Total general. Yeah, it's a print type only. It's a requirement 02. Alternative condition amount is 06. That could be it. Nothing more. So still a little bit confusing how exactly it's affecting the whole the whole pricing schema PN00. The item condition. Okay, let me do it like this. It's a SAP pricing, the item condition PN00. When I enter this condition type manually inside the item conditions, all the material price and discount has been deactivated. Why it does and how it does happen? Where in the backend configuration do I need to check in condition type or pricing procedure? Yeah, this is something that I also want to know. Because as you see, even though we have done the exercise, we can move on with the next one, but it leaves me nothing with explanation why it does happen and how we can explain it to our customer and how we can reproduce or recreate the same condition type if the customer need the same functionality. Um, Even so, with the HM00, we didn't also check that. We only check this PN00, but we move through that later on. So fixed amount is a group conditioned. Yeah, I have no idea. Just check it. This is a classic SAP pricing case. It not just another surcharge discount, it's usually a manual net price override. So SAP treat it differently from the discount K005 or 7. The user want to override the final net price of this item manually. Therefore, SAP deactivate the normal material price and discount because otherwise the item could be priced twice. Normal pricing, yeah, we have the net value after having the discount. When we enter this, we will say the PM0 is a material enter net price, and therefore all the price and discount are no longer calculated. You should check both. First, the condition type, the pricing procedure, and the condition inclusion if used. Oh, they have this condition inclusion OV33. Seems interesting. Let's just have a look. OV33. Document type. No, not exactly what I need. Is it? OV33 condition inclusion if used? No. It seems like a different conditions, to be honest. Transaction. This is a billing type, account determination. No, this is not something I need. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is more or less when we go to the condition exclusion groups of conditions, but I don't see, maybe let us check it one last time. First, I have the best condition in the discount. I have the best condition in the freight exclusion. Yeah, I don't see any condition exclusion procedure assigned to my pricing procedure. So let me buffer. Usually the condition class is P, which is price. Yeah, let's double check that. Yeah, condition class is indeed price. I think should be the same as PR00. Yeah. What happened next is that so it competes with the normal price logic. So check the third manual entry. Yes, the manual has some priority, plus minus. Right, not really relevant. Condition exclusion indicator. Um, I don't think that I have any exclusion for now. Yeah, I don't have it because I could expect it to see in the condition exclusion configuration. So now we check the pricing procedure, find the line, the SAP counter condition type requirement. If PN exists, deactivate normal price. This should be the custom requirement routine. All right. Uh, let's go to the pricing procedure again. Sorry, set pricing procedure and go to RV00. I hope that's still the um, oh, okay, sorry. We are using the Z26 PRC for now, but I think it should be the same. We just have the only difference with the freight cost, but nevertheless, let's check the control. Yeah, I do have the PN00 here, and as you can see, my requirement is 02, and I'm not sure what exactly it is. Item with pricing. Item with pricing, yeah. Step position PN0 is place. After the normal price, first calculate the normal price and replace deactivate them when manual price is entered. This should be not OV but 0V. Okay, so let me also check that. So OV 33. No, 0V33. Transaction does not exist. Okay, let me copy this inside my. Yeah, it's not used. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% satisfied with this explanation because, as you can see here, inside the conditioned inclusions. Yeah, still not explain me exactly how this is going to happen, to be honest. Yeah, I know that it is being applied and then I can remain by heart when I want to have an special net price for the material PN00, but I don't know how to configure it. That is something that I want to check, to be honest. And I don't see it. I don't find it in any exclusion group for the um, for this condition type PN00, because as you see earlier, all the discount that we having earlier within the last exercise, we have K005 and K007. They are within the condition exclusion group 01, and which had the best discount will be applied. We know exactly that, but for this PN00 is not being entered anywhere here in the condition groups, and therefore will be really hard for me to explain what exactly happened there. Yeah, so it's not within the condition inclusions. mm, and I don't have any custom routine here inside the pricing procedure for the PN00. Um, let them explain it. Let's just have another prompt for ChatGPT. As the condition type PN0 is not assigned to any exclusion group, therefore not possible. Secondly, but it still deactivates all the price and discount earlier. Secondly, this is the picture of the pricing procedure. The only thing I notice it is the requirement tool item pricing to check whether they have pricing activated for item category. If yes, then requirement fulfilled. What about alternative calculations base 06, or how exactly P and 0 deactivate all previous condition records? Yeah, I want to really check this. Yeah, I forgot to add the picture. I forgot to add my picture. All right. And then just let it answer. In the meantime, yeah, I think if I were able to explain this, I think the same could be then for the HM00, which we have created earlier. This time we are going to figure it out for the PN00 for the item or the material net price before moving on to the pay mean. I think, yeah, only applying this is easy and understanding is easy, but understanding how to configure it is a different level where we as consultant need to know. Yeah, it still doesn't tell me exactly where it happens. It means probably that inside the condition type, we have this condition type condition class, which is prices, which means that only one price should be applicable for the sales order item. And since the PN00, it is a later item position or step inside the pricing procedure, as you can see here. It's a manual only, and because it's enter manually, it will then taking a first priority from the previous one. That could be my assumption, even though I don't see any coding line or anything relevant to this, but this should be then my my honest or assumption regarding how the PN00 influence the whole pricing procedure schema, and how is it, yeah. Regarding a theory, I think yeah, the price is deactivated with the order value of HM00 is you whether sales or the entire sales order has value. Okay. The concept of using condition exclusion indicator on type on PR0 with requirement to in pricing procedure was introduced as a method to achieve net pricing. In addition, you can specify the net price manually at the header. The PN0 condition type allows you to specify the net price at item level. Okay, HM00, the net price of the whole order in the header level. PN0 is the net price at item level, but only for the material price. Um, the concept of using condition exclusion indicator on the condition type PR00 with requirement 2 was introduced as a method to achieve net pricing. I think previously they also show us this condition exclusion indicator in the pricing procedure, but as you can see here in the pricing procedure, I don't see any particular column related to, okay, this is like an exclusion, you know, exclusion, exclusion indicator. I think the only thing where we can check it is inside the condition type, where we have this exclusion in control data 2, where we see indicate whether the system automatically exclude the discount that I proposed during pricing. But I think only for the discount are somewhat relevant. Yeah, and this is the PR00, the price. Yeah, not even my PN00, also the price. I don't have any exclusion here. So really confusing what they telling us here about. Condition exclusion indicator, same requirement. Execute only the condition exclusion indicator is blank. Okay. Yeah, it is blank. Yeah, as you can see, the discount, the price, or the exclusion indicator is blank. So scene is blank. We have the requirement tool, and therefore um, this this condition types had been then activated. Yeah. Then regarding the spectral one, the net price PN00, it allows to specify the net price of the item manually. The system deactivate the original conditions. Yeah, it is simply like that. It doesn't tell us where exactly this is being displayed. Yeah, this is more or less the author's next exercise, but unfortunately, we still don't know exactly what happened is that, yeah. Hmm. Let me test one thing. I want to test what exactly this exclusion is going to happen if I exclude all the discount. What would it then happens? Yeah. Let's see. First, let me save this particular sales order. I think it's already been saved. Yeah. The only thing that I want to test right now is I'm going to test the PR00 after um, having the exclusion for the discount. As you can see here, since I exclude um, the condition type PR00 for all the discount, I have only the price and no further discount being available here. And even if I think only possible when I enter the discount manually, then it could be then activated. But if I update it with the new pricing, it should then disappear. And that is the, the the exclusion from discount for this particular price material. And what if it's at an X, which is a net price? Not sure what is then going to happen here. Let's also have a look. Let me create a new sales order again. Going back, go outside, and yeah, same customer. Enter 3, same material, 10 pieces. If I'm going inside conditions, yeah, I still have the price only and without any further stuff. And how it does happen if we are checking the pricing procedure. Yes, I have the PR00. It has this requirement, and since I exclude everything from the net price, I don't think um, any position will then be any other condition type will be then activated from here to this net price. I think so. It means that um, all of the material price discount will not be activated. Only the position above or below, such as freight cost, will be then activated. The only thing that I want to test now is what if I now enter the PN net price here in this sales order? What could happen? I want to have menu price of 200 euros. The PN is missing in the pricing procedure AV26. Oh, interesting. No, it's not missing. They are here. PN00. If I enable that, as you can see here, the net price is now deactivated, and I have the net price of the PN00 here activated. So still showing for me to explain how exactly this happened. It could be then really hard coded in the backend for the PN00 condition type, where we know further had any action to that or any influence to that. The only different thing that I want to test now is what if I'm going to copy another, do I have any other condition type which had the same condition class B? That could be interesting to test it. Let's just also check the pricing procedure. If we have the net price like this and a PT, not sure if the condition class is discount or surcharge. Okay. What if I have a medium price discount free goods? Let me create a new one, copying from the PN00 if we are going to have it or not. Yeah, this is something I really want to test. I copy the whole thing. I just save it. And I will assign it to my pricing procedure. I will create it after this. 321. Counter condition type is PN01. All right, let's get back. So this is my PN01. This should be then a manual only. A to sec. Just copy it the same like I have it for PN00. All right, let's save this pricing procedure and we are going to test a new sales order. This time I'm not going to enter the PN0 but PN01, my new price. PN01 is missing in the pricing procedure. I actually added it here, PN01. How are you not finding it? What about PN00? Yeah, it find the PN00 but not PN01. Okay, I might need to go out completely here. Let me save this pricing procedure and then we go out, we go in again. Check it one more time. Yeah, I do have my pricing procedure here. What is the issue with this? If this then be deactivated or something, then I would change this to 310 but counter 1. Yeah, let me edit this. Where are you? Yeah, I think it's fine for now. Nothing changed. Then PN01, 300 euros. Okay, so it's also taken into consideration. So it means that every condition class where I have the the same condition class as price, it will then taken priority and replacing all the previous one. One last final thing that I want to test. And sorry that I draw you so far away from the standard exercise, but it's more or less really important for me, or even for us within the projects. What I want to test now is I want to have this PN01 even before the net price. What would then happen? What could then happen if I have something like this? I'm going to delete the PN00. Okay, it was already being brought up. And I'm simply give them here. For example, they should be and manual entries only. All right, let's test it together. VI01. Okay, so for now, everything looks fine. And if I go for the PN00, 300, it should then deactivate the PR00. But what about the PN01? since it's now default. Okay, so regardless of 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 how they are entering, it will then deactivate the other one. But if I enter the price manually, doesn't change anything. Doesn't change anything. Doesn't change anything, regardless of how this PN01 is being set. Really interesting. I really don't know where exactly um, the configuration of this condition type can have the power to uh, you know um, deactivate all the condition types that are relevant to the net price. But yeah, this is more or less it. Then I'm going to delete this, and we are back with the previous or the normal standard pricing procedure. Enough testing, move on. Then just have it in mind. HM00, the net fixed price on the header level. The PN0 is the net price for the material, which are the two conditions which are really strong and can deactivate every other thing else. Might be hard coded in the back end where we don't see anything, or at least I couldn't find anything for now, but could be relevant for your use case at the customer side, even though I don't haven't never seen it in the projects, but could be something that could be applicable. Could be the case that it had not been used because no consultant has been introducing this functionality to the customer, or it's not worth it looking into. Anyway, moving on with the next condition type, which is B mint. So this the material should not be sold for less than the net price of 300 euros for the next 3 months. And I'm going to create a condition record for that. Then let's go to VK11 P mint. What material is that? Yeah, 620.26. The amount is 300 euros, which is valid for now to the next 3 months. Then I could have 1109 2026. All right, let's save this, and we are going to test the new sales order. I think same setup. 03 material 10 pieces, and I'm going to item conditions. As you can see here, I still have the 224. Oh, sorry. One thing that I want to deactivate is that for the PR00, we need to have the the, the discount back. So I'm going to deactivate the inclusion and delete this, delete this, delete this, and update the pricing right now. Okay, it doesn't take effect, so hey, where's my discount? Okay, I might need to go out, way out the transaction and go inside again. Hopefully we see the discount back, the K007. Yes, the discount is now back. And the PMIN is also now being available in my sales order type. What does this mean? It means that, okay, I have the price of 240 euros, the discount, um, but then the minimum value for the material I could have is 300 euros. So which mean that for the 10 pieces, mm, what could that mean? It could mean that, let me put on a calculator. So the net price of the material now is 240 and is minus the discount of 3%. And this should be then the net values of the material price after discount. And this should be, you know, compromised by the P mean. So the P mean I have is 300. So the difference I have now is 67 euros per pieces. And since we have now 100 pieces, the compromise amount should be then 10 pieces. Sorry, the compromise amount should be 672 euros, and therefore we go to the net value of 3,000 euros. All right, understood, understood. And then we add up the freight cost to the whole net value. It means that regardless of how you are calculating the previous value, my P mean means that when it's below the P mean, I will replace it. It might be different if I have a smaller value. For example, if I want, for example, 500, yeah, 500. Then the P mean now had no effect because my after having the VIP discount deducted, I have around 475 euros of the net value. Is way higher than the minimum price, and therefore this P mean, even though taken consideration here, has zero effect, and the conditions values is like this. Let me updating the price again. Then we have 240s. This is way below the minimum price, and the P mean is calculating its own value to compromise the discount and the actual value price to reach the minimum price of 300 euros. All right. Yeah, it compromise the difference of material net value after discount with the minimum price. So the net value is always at least 300 euros. All right, accept this and we move on. I will not really dive into how the configuration of P-mean is going to look like. It is a different condition class discount surcharge quantity. And yeah, it's basically it. Maybe one thing that I can check, which is VK13. And if we go inside this and go to details, not sure if we have anything here. The condition amount, the condition calculation type, base scale type, and about additional value. No, we don't have anything in particular here, to be honest. Yeah, it's basically it. Yeah. I think also same for PN00, but since it's like a manual price, there's no access sequence for this one. All right, moving on. I think this is 642. Yeah, 462. Yeah, 462. Delete the PMIN condition record that you created before. Okay, so now I need to delete the condition record which I have just created. Pmint, and going to delete this and save. Let's go inside again. Yeah, it's been deleted. As you can see here, the deletion indicator. If we go to environment, changes per condition record, we see that it has been created for the first time with VK11 by me at 10:28 with a net value of 300 euros. It is was later then deleted also by me at 10:36. Maybe we have two different hours because of time zone, I guess. But yeah, that could be it for now. Now we are going to having the last special condition type, which is the interval scales, the pricing condition record PR02. Interesting. What is this condition type? PR02. Let's go ahead and check it. PR02 is a graduated price. So the condition class is another price, the same as PN00, as PR00. We have an access sequence. This is not exclusion or condition update or anything. All right, then we're going to maintain it. PR02. So here what I have is the customer, the material 226. And I have the scaled 10, 20, and this particular amount. Going to the scaled 10, 20, and 99999. I have 300, 219, 280. All right. Maybe add some more 9 here. All right, perfect. Let's save this. This should be my graduated price condition. Not sure what exactly is a graduated price, but we will follow the exercise and we'll explore it with the hands-on. Now we are creating a new sales order with a customer and 25 pieces of the material. Go to VA01, OR, customer, 64, 25 pieces of the material. Let's check the conditions together. Now I have the price of the material PR00 is 310 euros. It is now not being taken into consideration anymore. Instead, I have a graduated price. The first one is the first 10 is having the 300 euros. The second next 10, 290, and the last 5, I guess, is having the 2800 to account for 1400 here. So the price amount in total is 290 multiplied by 25, which is 7,300 euros compared to the normal price. All right, interesting. So this is a graduated price. And it's also having the power to deactivate the normal price PR00 here. All right. First hand, 300. Second next hand, sorry, 290. Last 5, 280. So 294 in average. And then we still have the VIP discount and the freight cost. And let's save the sales order for 463. What settings are necessary to use the interval scales for the condition type in customizing? Check the settings for the condition type PR02. Interval scaled. Oh, regarding the interval scaled, I think we have checked it earlier. It should be then PR02. Yeah. This is scale type graduated to interval scaled. It means that for any condition type which we want to have a scale type, not a scales by type based on quantity or whatsoever, we want a scale type, which means that it is graduated to interval scaled. So every first 10 we're having this price, the next 10, and the other thing. All right, it is a scale type D, which is graduated to interval scaled. Delete the condition record that you created. All right, so after testing this, we need to delete the condition record. Let's go to P32, select this, and I'm going to delete this. Save, check again. Yeah, deletion indicator and scale indicator. All right, everything looks fine for now. So that could be it for exercise 18, spectral condition types. I think I have taken quite a long to go through this exercise, even 1 hour. But we have now gotten familiar with different spectral kinds of spectral condition type in SAP SD pricing. The HM00 is like a manual net price for the wholesale order applied in the header. PN00 is a spectral net price applied at the item position level of the material. Will then override all of the existing price and discount. The P-min, which is also another spectral net price, whenever the price of the material deducted by the discount is lower than this P-min, then this P-min will then compromise the whole difference, and then having the net value of the material to have this value. And the final spectral condition type, which is PR02, where we have then a graduated price of the material. It will then take the first 10 or whatever we define in the condition record, first 10 or first X element, and the next Y element, and the last Z elements are having the graduated price, how we configure it in the condition record. All right, that could be it for exercise 18. Also the really long one, or maybe I have just really dive really deep into the backend system to know how exactly this condition type are configured. Unfortunately, we were not like 100% satisfied with how they are configured in the backend. We see no difference to the others, but under a great assumption that whenever we have an condition type which have the condition plus price and has the later step in the pricing procedure, it will then deactivate all the previous step. For example, PN00 or PMINT, it will deactivate all the customer discount or the material net price, or at least compromise it with the PMINT. We just need to know this that in SAP these condition types exist and how to use it. How to configure it, I think it was done in the back end where I cannot see it for